Imagine spending $10,000 on a wedding photographer. You're getting married in 6 months. You've planned everything perfectly, but when you look at your engagement photos, all you can focus on is how your smile looks off. Now, in my 17 years of practice, mostly here in San Antonio, I've heard almost every complaint that patients have. So today, I'm going to show you 5 specific reasons why your smile looks weird in photos and what you need to do to fix them. All right, let me show you something that might surprise you. Take a selfie right now and then look at your teeth. Now go and look at your teeth in the mirror. Did you notice a difference? Most people do. And it's not just your imagination. When you smile for a photo, the camera doesn't just capture your teeth. It also captures how the light bounces off of them. So if your teeth have uneven surfaces or the color's slightly off, that reflection scatters everywhere. And if your teeth have even slight surface irregularities, tiny grooves, old composite fillings, areas where the enamel is worn, that light scatters in a way your eye doesn't pick up on, but the camera absolutely does. I've talked about this in a previous video actually, but one way to tell if the color of your teeth is off is to do the eye test. And basically all you have to do is this. Look in a mirror and focus on the whites of your eyes. Now, compare that to the shade of your teeth. If there's a clear mismatch, it's going to show up even more dramatically in photos. So here's what I tell my patients. Your tooth color, surface texture, and even old fillings or crowns can change how light reflects. That's why no matter how healthy your teeth are, they can still look weird on camera. So how do you address that? Well, it depends on what's causing the dullness. If it's just surface stains, professional whitening or a good polish might be enough. But if your teeth have uneven texture, old fillings that don't match, or enamel that's naturally translucent, those issues won't go away with whitening alone. That's when veneers become the solution, because they give you a completely fresh, uniform surface that reflects light beautifully on camera. And this is exactly what we assess during our consultations at the practice here in San Antonio. We'll take photos of your smile, analyze how it looks on camera, and show you exactly what's keeping it from looking its best. Especially when it comes to veneers, we take extra careful steps to make sure everything is good to go and you come out of our office happy as can be. If you want to have a chat about this, you can click the link in the description below to book your consultation with me. But what if the problem isn't about color or texture? Because maybe you know someone who's got almost perfect teeth, except for one that just slightly angled inward. And for some reason, that one tooth throws everything off in photos. Now, all of a sudden, their smile looks distorted even though it doesn't look that bad in real life. I've seen several patients with the same result, which made me wonder the same thing. And that's when I realized the camera picks up on things our eyes usually ignore. After all, cameras love symmetry. So when something's even just a bit off, whether it's the shade, spacing, or alignment, it gets amplified in photos. Even minor asymmetries that you'd never notice in person suddenly become the focal point when you're looking at a photo. The good news is, you don't always need braces to fix this. For minor issues, contouring or bonding can help balance things out. But here's what I tell patients. If you want camera-ready symmetry, the kind where your smile looks balanced from every angle, veneers are the gold standard. Because with veneers, we're not just fixing one tooth, we're designing your entire smile arc to work together as one cohesive unit. That's why you see so many actors and models get veneers. It's not vanity, it's about creating proportions that photograph beautifully every single time. But you know what's interesting? Even the tiniest detail can change how your smile looks and feels. And it's not what you think. Remember that symmetry we just talked about? Well, it's not just about straight teeth. It's about the balance between your gum line, lips, and teeth, and how they all work together. Think of your smile as a stage production. Your teeth might steal the spotlight, but your gums and lips set the stage. So if the stage is off balance, like if your gums are uneven or show too much when you smile, it affects the way you look in photos. Even if your teeth themselves are absolutely perfect. I see this all the time. Someone has beautiful, straight, white teeth, but their gummy smile or uneven gum line completely changes how their smile photographs. So what's the fix? If your gums are uneven or show too much when you smile, gum recontouring can reshape that frame. And here's something most people don't know. When you get veneers, we often do gum recontouring at the same time. Why? Because veneers give us the opportunity to design not just your teeth, but the entire proportion of your smile. Teeth, gums, and how they all work together. That's how we get these magazine cover smiles that look perfect in every photo. And here's a quick tip. If your gums look extra red or dark, it could be a sign of inflammation. It might be time to get your oral health checked. Now, if you're looking at your smile and thinking, I want all of this fixed, the color, the shape, the gum line, that's where veneers come in. Because veneers let us address multiple issues at once and design a completely camera-ready smile from scratch. If you want to explore that option, book a consultation with us here in San Antonio. We'll walk you through exactly what's possible. Links in the description. So let's say you've done everything right. You've whitened your teeth, you got a bit of recontouring, maybe even practicing some smiles in front of the mirror. But for some reason, you're still not happy with how it looks in photos. The way I see it, it's kind of like flexing in the mirror. When you're relaxed, everything looks natural. But the second you tense up, your whole body changes. And suddenly, it doesn't look the same. Well, that's what happens when you smile. Because when your facial muscles tighten or your expression feels forced, it actually changes your entire facial geometry. So even the slightest tension in your jaw, your lips, or your cheeks can make your smile look completely different on camera. Now, if you want to alter it, I recommend starting your smile posture practices right now. And yes, that's a real thing. You can actually train your facial muscles to relax so your smile looks balanced and natural. And after just a few minutes in front of the mirror, practicing how your lips and cheeks move, you'll notice a huge difference the next time you're in front of a camera. What if you're sitting there, racking your brain, wondering what you're doing wrong, when in reality, the problem might not be you at all? Because here's the thing, no matter how good you look in a mirror, or how confident you feel about your smile, you can still end up with bad photos. And that's not because of your smile, but rather due to external factors. I noticed that most people forget that things like harsh lighting and wide-angle lenses can totally distort how your teeth and face look. The camera can also exaggerate shadows, reflections, and angles in ways that the human eye never does. So don't be surprised if what you see in photos is not the same as what you see in real life. But that doesn't mean you can't control that. Because if you want your smile to look like you on screen, here's my tips to you. Use natural light whenever possible. It's softer and makes your teeth look even. Another thing, avoid using front-facing selfie cameras. I notice those tend to flatten your features and add distortion. Instead, use the rear camera to get sharper and more accurate shots. And if you're using portrait mode, tweak the white balance a bit to keep your smile's tone realistic and not overly cool or yellow. But if the issue goes beyond lighting, say your teeth are actually a bit crooked and you want to fix that, don't worry, because I cover everything you need to know in the next video. I'll put it on screen now if you're interested.